It is the 4th of January 2025, and we finally have our storm system moving up towards Ireland and the UK, forecast to bring a very heavy snowfall to certain areas, in particular in northern England. So let's check in on that. And we're also going to take a quick look at the US, where there is also a snow event potential in the east somewhere. I have to actually check where. Of course, I promised yesterday that I was going to animate this interesting snow cyclone off to the north of Hokkaido, and so here it is. Checking in on the weather radar, we can already see that precipitation coming in towards the UK and Ireland. I'm not sure if there's another radar down here that's not being included in this particular animation, but anyway, there it is. This is it creeping in and up. So let's take a look at the forecast. I'm going to look at two models. I'll start with the European Centre model and then move on to the higher resolution UK model. And this kind of shows, you can see that precipitation that we just saw on the radar moving in at the current time. So the time is down here for UK time, so it's 12 UTC. So let's move forward. As the precipitation comes in, it does turn to, it looks like a wintry mix over Exmoor and into South Wales mountains. There's also snow and sleet over Ireland interior. It looks like that easterly wind is actually pushing a lot of the snow over onto the western side of Ireland, which is quite interesting. So usually the west would be a bit warmer because it would be a westerly wind, but it's an easterly wind, so looks like that helps the cool land to cool towards the west a bit more. Moving forward, the snow continues in certain areas. It's snowing over interior Ireland in this model simulation, and then the snowfall moves up into North England and a bit more into North Central Ireland and into Northern Ireland, but a lot of this will be sleet and some will be snow over higher ground, and then the snow kind of stalls out and persists over Northern England. It looks like there has been a slight shift northward from yesterday. So that means a bit more snow into southern Scotland and the milder air pushing a bit further north through the UK. So most of Wales and England at this point are in rain, and the snow is melting, any snow that did fall. But the snow continues in Ireland, doesn't it? So we'll look at the totals, and then it looks like as it continues, and we're talking now 9 p.m. Sunday, and the heavy snow is in northern England, and then as the system tucks round, pulling the air back down from the north, we begin to see temperatures dropping back down, and that snow is then going to return a little bit. The icy conditions are going to return a bit further towards the south, and there's just a few bits of light snow, and then we see a return of all that heavy snow or snow showers rolling in off the sea to the north. And because this temperature is now dropping after the event, now we see that any snow that's on the ground is probably going to be maintaining at this point because temperatures have dropped. Look at these temperatures in Ireland. Limerick, -4. This is the new snow, the total new snow forecast by the European Centre model. And if we drag the thingy on the right forward, then it increases the amount of time over which we're seeing the amount of snow that has accumulated. So if we go through towards Monday, we'll see the full extent of the total snowfall. Now, this doesn't mean that the snow will be on the ground by Monday. Most of this will have melted away, but we can see that at least there has been some snow in the model simulated over quite a lot of Ireland and northern England into southern Scotland. At the beginning of the event, there is a possible early snow tonight over more sort of southern central areas of England, but that will likely melt as well, it will certainly melt, I think, as the warm sector moves up. But this snow in the north, that snow's not going anywhere. We'll have a look at the snow. So here is the actual snow depth prediction by the European Centre Model. And here you can see that it does predict some lying snow. This is by 3 a.m. Sunday, so in the middle of the night. If you want to catch the snow and you're further to the south, you're going to have to wake up in the night maybe, because it's going to melt pretty quick. So we'll see that. So right at this point, it's showing some snow on the ground across quite a lot of Ireland actually. Although this, we'll check the other model because there are some differences in this. But as we go forward, you'll see that melt in England and Wales. And then the snow moves north, starts accumulating in northern England, southern Scotland, and then it just kind of sticks here. And we're talking particularly over interior areas in the hills. Now this is really disruptive stuff because this snow then just sits there and it's not melting. If we go forward to Tuesday, it's then stuck there because now we've got that northerly flow. It's come back down and the snow is now refrozen and stuck there. The temperatures, you can see, are below freezing across most of the country and even in Ireland as well. So if this snow does fall and it settles, then it'll stick around for a bit. And that's what the model is indicating. I wonder whether the UK model is also indicating the same thing. But we can take it through, and we've looked at this before. We go through to the 10th of January, that snow is maintained. And so there's a bit more snow coming in there. So what snow kind of survives this storm? And that will be that snow in northern England. That snow is going to stick around. But the UK model is run at higher resolutions. It says 2 kilometers down there. That means that it's capturing a lot more of that topographic effects, how the snow is snowing on the higher elevations, how it's getting focused over the higher hills and stuff. So you see a more detailed pattern in the snow. And so if we move forward in this model, you can see the topography affecting the snowfall totals in Wales. But you still do see that pretty extensive snow cover, at least, I mean, snow that has actually fallen, but then a lot of this is melting away very quickly. Snow inland over the higher ground of southern Ireland at the start, and then as we push forward, it doesn't quite push it north in Ireland like the European Centre Model does. So it'd be interesting to see which one turns out to be the more significant. But certainly northern England, we see in the interior over the higher ground that heavy amounts of snow, but it's not indicating snow at the coast. So that may be more rain, well, rain basically. And then as we go forward, then we start to see the snow coming in off the north again. As a result of this, the Met Office have issued now, as kind of was expected yesterday, it was a yellow, but now it's an amber warning for the snow and ice in North England and into Wales and sort of central England to start with. I think by Sunday maybe that moves a little bit. No, they still got it down there. But so they are expecting severe disruptions to, as you'd expect, rail and road driving, particularly in the North England hills. So overall, it looks like a pretty nasty event for Northern England in particular, and those winds are going to be drifting that snow, which is going to come in mostly in the hill areas, and then as the cold air returns after the main storm passes, then we're going to see a refreezing, which will continue the hazardous conditions in northern England and southern Scotland and Ireland. The US is also facing a heavy snow event towards the central east coast. It's this storm system up here, first of all bringing plentiful snow into the northern plains, but it's really as it comes in, picks in some of that moisture off the Gulf of Mexico. Wow, have they got severe thunderstorm outlook for that? Probably. And then the heavy snow comes in and it looks like it's going to be possibly over Washington, D.C. and moves through as we head in towards Monday and Tuesday. Quite a lot of snow for a long time over Maryland, Pennsylvania, Virginia, West Virginia. What are the totals? This is the new snow, total new snow from now until Tuesday. And you can see it's like a really east-west oriented band of snow. Totals around the 20 to 30 centimeter in the peak, according to the European Centre model, dipping off quite quickly as you go north and south. Well, it's getting late here. I'm gonna have to wrap it up there. I hope you all stay warm up there in the northern hemisphere. Down here we won't have any problems because it's going to be 38 Celsius tomorrow. Pretty damn cooking. See you in the next one.